The year 2025 marked a turning point for Italy's car market, ushering in a period of transformation that few could have predicted just a few years earlier. The automotive landscape, long defined by tradition and familiar faces, was suddenly in flux. For decades, familiar European and local brands dominated, their logos and models woven into the fabric of Italian life. Names like Fiat, Alfa Romeo, and Volkswagen were not just car brands, they were part of the country's identity, seen on every street and in every family's driveway. But the past year brought unexpected shifts. Dealerships that once bustled with eager buyers now faced quieter days, and the certainty that once defined the market began to fade. New car registrations fell by 2.12%, with just over 1.53 million vehicles sold, a sign of growing caution among Italian consumers. This decline was more than just a number, it reflected a change in mood, as people weighed their options more carefully than ever before. Economic uncertainty and debates about the future of motoring made buyers hesitant, slowing showroom traffic nationwide. Questions about electric vehicles, government incentives, and the rising cost of living all played a role in making people think twice before making a purchase. The decline wasn't a sudden crash, but a steady erosion of confidence, impacting manufacturers and thousands of supporting businesses. From factory workers to small repair shops, the effects rippled through communities, changing the rhythm of daily life. As the market contracted, competition for every customer intensified, setting the stage for dramatic changes in brand loyalty. Dealerships worked harder to attract buyers, offering new deals and incentives, while customers became more open to exploring unfamiliar brands. In these tough conditions, new trends and players emerged, challenging the old order. Electric vehicles from international brands began to appear alongside traditional models, signaling a shift in what Italian drivers wanted and expected. The real story of 2025 was the rise of new contenders and the struggles of old champions. Headlines told of established brands fighting to keep their place, while newcomers like BYD captured the imagination of a new generation of drivers. Italian drivers faced a market fundamentally reshaped, with more choices and shifting rules for success. The road ahead was uncertain, but one thing was clear. The era of predictable dominance was over, and a new chapter for Italy's roads had begun. Just as 2025 seemed destined for disappointment, December delivered a surprise that few had anticipated. After months of uncertainty and sluggish sales, the final month of the year brought a sense of optimism to the Italian automotive industry. New car registrations rose by 2.2% compared to the previous December, with over 108,000 cars sold. This marked a significant turnaround, especially after a year filled with economic challenges, supply chain disruptions, and wavering consumer confidence. This late boost, driven by end-of-year discounts and the excitement of new model launches, offered hope to a struggling industry. Dealerships across Italy saw a surge in foot traffic, as buyers were drawn in by attractive offers and the promise of the latest technology. Some buyers, after months of hesitation and waiting for the right moment, finally decided to upgrade, releasing pent-up demand that had built up throughout the year. For many, the festive season provided the perfect opportunity to make a long-delayed purchase. The December uptick was more than a blip, it hinted at a possible recovery and renewed consumer interest. The energy in showrooms was palpable, and the streets reflected this newfound momentum. However, the gains weren't spread evenly. Some brands outperformed others, signaling a shift in consumer preferences. The market was no longer dominated by the same familiar names. The brands leading this surge weren't always the traditional market leaders. Instead, several up-and-coming manufacturers captured the spotlight, surprising industry analysts and longtime observers alike. December's results revealed changing tastes and the growing influence of ambitious new players. Buyers seemed more willing than ever to explore alternatives, embracing innovation and fresh design. The Italian car market was clearly evolving, with fresh contenders challenging the established order. As the year closed, it was clear that the road ahead would be shaped by both tradition and transformation. The biggest story of 2025 was the explosive rise of Chinese car brands in Italy. In a country known for its deep automotive heritage and fierce loyalty to local and European marques, few could have predicted just how quickly the landscape would change. Yet, by the start of the year, Chinese automakers were making headlines and turning heads across the peninsula. Once minor players, they arrived with affordable, tech-packed, and stylish vehicles that impressed Italian buyers. These cars weren't just about price. They offered advanced features, bold designs, and a fresh alternative to the familiar. Italian consumers, always eager for innovation, found themselves drawn to the new options flooding showrooms. BYD in particular led the charge, selling nearly 24,000 vehicles, an eightfold increase from the previous year. Their rapid ascent was nothing short of remarkable, capturing the attention of industry analysts and competitors alike. This wasn't just growth, it was a market breakthrough, driven by a bold strategy and a wide range of electric and hybrid models. BYD's lineup offered something for everyone, from city commuters to families looking for their first electric car. BYD made its cars visible and accessible, appealing to both electric-curious and tech-savvy buyers. Their showrooms became hubs of excitement, with interactive displays and knowledgeable staff guiding customers through the latest technology. The momentum peaked in December, with BYD selling over 3,300 cars, a 428% year-on-year jump. Holiday promotions and word-of-mouth buzz brought in record crowds, making BYD a household name almost overnight. This surge proved BYD's appeal was no passing trend. Italian drivers were embracing the new. The streets of Rome, Milan, and Naples began to fill with these sleek, modern vehicles, signaling a real shift in consumer preferences. Chinese brands, once outsiders, were now reshaping the Italian market at record speed. Dealerships rebranded, and the presence of Chinese cars became impossible to ignore. The shift was clear. New players were here to stay. Italian buyers, once hesitant, now saw Chinese brands as serious contenders, and the competition was heating up. The Italian automotive landscape would never be the same. With Chinese brands firmly established, a new era had begun, one defined by innovation, competition, and a rapidly evolving market. BYD's success in Italy was no accident. It was built on rapid expansion and smart strategy. The company opened over 100 dealerships and service centers nationwide, making its brand a familiar sight. This strong retail presence reassured customers and boosted sales. BYD kept excitement high by announcing new models, especially the much-anticipated Atto2 DMI plug-in hybrid. Even before its launch, pre-orders signaled strong demand. The Atto2 DMI, arriving in early 2026, is expected to further boost BYD's momentum. BYD's twin engines, expanding its retail network and launching desirable cars, drove its remarkable rise. The brand's strategy set a new standard for market newcomers. BYD's rise wasn't just an Italian phenomenon. It became the world's top electric vehicle seller in 2025, overtaking Tesla. This global shift signaled a new era in the EV market, with BYD's affordable, diverse lineup outpacing Tesla's. BYD's leadership gave it new credibility and prestige, influencing buyers worldwide, including in Italy. Italian consumers saw BYD as more than a challenger. It was now a global leader. The rivalry between BYD and Tesla became the industry's most compelling story. Their contrasting strategies and technologies fueled fierce competition. For consumers, this means more choices, better technology, and lower prices. The electric car race is now wide open. The market is maturing and competition is driving rapid innovation. While BYD soared, Tesla faced a tough year in Italy, with sales dropping 18% in 2025. The arrival of affordable rivals like BYD eroded Tesla's market share, mirroring a global sales decline. Analysts pointed to increased competition, an aging model lineup, and pricing missteps as key factors. Yet, December brought a dramatic turnaround. Tesla's Italian sales jumped 85% year-on-year, thanks to aggressive discounts. This surge showed Tesla's brand still resonates, especially when prices are right. The late rebound suggests Tesla isn't out of the race, but must adapt quickly. The challenge for 2026: can Tesla turn a one-month spike into lasting recovery? The competition is fiercer than ever. Tesla's next moves will be crucial in the evolving Italian market. The shakeup hit not just newcomers, but also Italy's traditional giant Stellantis. Long the market leader with brands like Fiat and Alfa Romeo, Stellantis saw its grip weaken in 2025. December sales fell 5.54%, and its market share dropped sharply to 21.5%. Aggressive pricing and new tech from Chinese brands put Stellantis on the defensive. Losing over 2 percentage points of market share in a month was a major blow. The group's struggles raise questions about its ability to adapt to the electric era. Stellantis is investing in new technology, but the pace may not be fast enough. The challenge for 2026: reverse the decline and prove it can still lead. The future of Italy's automotive icon hangs in the balance. Behind the numbers, real change is happening for Italian drivers, the economy, and the environment. The explosion of choice means more competitive prices, better features, and faster tech innovation for buyers. New brands like BYD are forcing established players to up their game, benefiting consumers. For Italy's economy, the stakes are high. Stellantis supports thousands of jobs, but new entrants like BYD also bring investment and employment. Managing this transition is crucial for Italy's future. Environmentally, the rise of electric and hybrid vehicles is accelerating the shift away from petrol and diesel. More clean cars on the road means lower emissions and better air quality. Competition is making green technology more accessible. The 2025 shakeup is shaping a cleaner, more dynamic future for Italian mobility. As 2026 begins, Italy's car market is more competitive and electric than ever. Chinese brands like BYD are set to keep growing, with new models and strong retail networks. Stellantis faces a critical year. It must fight back with new electric and hybrid models and aggressive strategies. Tesla, too, needs to reignite growth, possibly with new pricing or updated models. Government incentives could tip the balance, shaping which brands succeed. Political decisions in Rome will directly impact the pace of Italy's electric transition. For drivers, this means more choice and better value. For companies, it's a relentless battle for survival. The shakeup of 2025 was just the beginning. The race for Italy's roads is only getting started.